Nairi is standing at the island in her kitchen, stirring a bechamel sauce furiously. Oh, lumps. You turn away for 1 minute and there are lumps. Look, taste that bolognese for me, V. Does it need salt? Her daughter, V, is reading the weather forecast out from her tablet. Rain, 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 rain. Oh, then some rain. She takes a big spoonful of the sauce. Oh, Mom! Oh, that beef is to die for. What else are we having? She moves towards a cardboard punnet on the table. Leave those strawberries, V. They are for the cake. V picks up a fat strawberry. Anyway, I'm blaming you, she says. You wished for a drought-free summer on New Year's Eve, Mum, remember? I mean it, V. Do you have any idea how much it works out at per straw at the moment? Those things are like rubies. You must have blown your whole month's carbon credits on this meal, Mum. Oh, wow, is that asparagus? Yeah, says Nairi. My greens bloke at the farmer's market held on to the last bunch for me. Your cousin loves it. I didn't know Ad had such expensive taste. Nairi raises an eyebrow at her daughter over the bechamel sauce. V's eyes widen in protest. I didn't mean anything by that, Mum. I just didn't know he liked asparagus. Well, I want to get some greens down him. Don't want him going the same way as his dad, do we? Have you finished his card, by the way? V grins. Yeah, it's epic. I wonder what Sarah got him. Oh, I'm sure he got something lovely from her. But look, just don't go asking her what it was, OK? As if, Mum. Look, don't worry. It'll be ace. Meanwhile, Sarah is hastily putting clear nail varnish on a ladder in her tights when Ad yells up the stairs at her. Mum, we're going to be late. She glances in the mirror. More blush. She's pale. She swallows weak acid. Coming downstairs, though, she's dazzled by the young man standing by the front door. Ad's got his father's way of wearing anything and making it look like Prada. Staring at him, Sarah's heart swells. So handsome, she says. Shut up, Mum, he grins and opens the door for her. Sarah takes a deep breath and strides down the path. It's raining, despite the fact that it's June, and it has been for weeks. When Ad had imagined his 21st birthday, he'd envisaged the usual heat wave, a picnic and a few cans in the park with his mates, maybe, if he saved, a night out clubbing. But the park is waterlogged and most of the town is closed because of the flooding. And in any case, he didn't account for his Aunt Nairi. You see, Ad and Nairi have always been close. But since Ad's dad, JJ, died suddenly, Nairi has been helping out a lot. Sarah was shell-shocked. Heart attack, out of nowhere, 44. He'd had heart disease since his mid-30s, JJ, it turned out. It wasn't in the family. No one knew. Ever since his death, Sarah has been a bit more lost and a lot more skint. Ad's Aunt Nairi just tries to make things better. Sitting beside his mum on the bus, Ad can feel her nerves bristling in the air. He knows why. It's not Nairi, it's her house. It's the size of the hall, the niceness of the kitchen, the fullness of the fridge. The fridge, he thinks. In their own fridge today, he'd noticed there were oranges and milk and eggs. And when he'd asked his mum about them, Sarah had smiled and said they were birthday treats, but Ad knew. She must have gone to the food bank today. It's the only way she'd get those things. After the doorbell, the rainy hugs and the champagne, V and Ad are sitting together on Nairi's huge sofa, chatting happily about Ad's application to do an HND in robotics. Sarah suddenly feels twice her actual age listening to them, so she wanders, hesitantly, into the kitchen, holding a small grocery bag with a shaking hand. Nairi is busy checking on the lasagna. It's so good of you to cook for us all like this, Nairi. Real treat. Oh, my pleasure, hon, Nairi says, her head clouded in steam from the oven. Ad seems excited about this course. He is. Let's hope he gets the bursary. Look, Sarah, says Nairi, I've been meaning to ask you if you... No, Nairi, please. You're good enough to us as it is. I know it would be easier, says Nairi, if you were both working. Things will change, though, Sarah. They will. She smiles and is about to go back to the lasagna when Sarah holds out the grocery bag. Nairi takes it, looks inside. Oranges, 8 of them, lustrous and fresh. She looks up at Sarah, and when the two women lock eyes, it is actually for the second time that day. The first time had been that morning. Nairi, car keys in hand, on the way to see a client, rushing. Sarah, coming out of a small community building with a grocery bag held to her like a thing she wanted to hide. Now, in the kitchen, Sarah's eyes try to speak, and Nairi understands. Sarah, she says, you shouldn't have. Oranges, that's so generous of you. Sarah swallows hard. Least I could do. She smiles and raises her glass to Nairi. Here's to our boy, eh?